Okay, today I'm going to show you what I did to repair the transom on the Chrysler C22. If you watched my hatch repair video on this starboard stanchion base for the push pit, it was all caved in, cracked. I repaired that. You can see the damage on the other video, and I repaired that with West System epoxy and 12 layers of fiberglass tape that I bought at West Marine. I don't know, I think it's around 6 ounces or 6.5 ounces or something. It's pretty beefy. 12 layers, cut it, ground it all down, put a wide one and progressively shorter ones as I built it up. That turned out good. 2 coats of Rust-Oleum topside paint, and these plates I put those under all my stanchion bases. For drainage on your stanchion base, there are 2 drain slots on the bottom. All of those were all plugged up with caulk, and these were down on the deck. So what I did is I made a stainless plate to put underneath every one of them, and actually the ones on the side I did with backing plates underneath. But anyway, then I used underneath these, I used Boat Life Seal. The first few I had done on the back side over here, I used 3M 4200 because I had a small tube of that on hand. But then subsequently I had purchased this, and it sat on the shelf for about a year, so I opened it up and decided to use it under here, under all of those stainless plates. I put it on the day before, smeared underneath, and put it on and let it set up overnight. And then I don't push too hard, so there's a little bit of a cushion there. And then when we put this stanchion base down, I'm using butyl rubber tape on the bottoms. That's this stuff, RV tape, like doughy clay. Gets real sticky and lasts forever. So you make your donuts small, very thin, because this stuff, when you clamp it down, it oozes like crazy. And I usually just trim off that whatever oozes out with a plastic, actually it's a plastic mixing stick from the West Marine epoxy, because it's nice and small. It's got a good edge on it, so that's how I trim it. The butyl rubber tape will also dissolve with mineral spirits, so if you want to wash off anything or wash your hands with it, you can. All the set screw holes, I took the set screws out and they were kind of chewed up, so I bought a quarter 28 tap and re-tapped, cleaned all the holes up, and I bought 100 stainless steel quarter 28 by quarter-inch long set screws from Fastenal, and it comes out about 19 cents a piece. I had to buy it in a quantity of 100, and we have a store right here in town, so I called the order in one day and the next day it was there. So for under $20 I got 100 set screws, so I'm set for a long time. So what I also have done is here is what used to be underneath, backing up all of the it's 1/2 inch 5-ply, probably marine grade, but it was not in the best shape. It's all mashed and stained, and you could see where there was leaks. I dug all that out and I am using 1/2-inch aluminum as backing plates. Of course, I put a little butyl rubber tape around the holes. I cleaned all the tapping fluid out and everything, blew it out and cleaned it out with some methyl ethyl ketone. You could use acetone, whatever. And this one is going to be the backing plate underneath the chain plate for the backstay, and similar on the other side. Cleaned out all the tap holes, and I am going to use blue Loctite thread locker. Washed all the screws with methyl ethyl ketone and cleaned out the threads so they're ready for the thread locker, which I have to go buy yet. And so that's pretty much it. I still have to run a drill down through here to make sure the holes are all cleaned out, and it's not too much of a worry here about sealing everything up, because it's just a single layer. There's no coring or anything under here, so you're just spreading out the load. And this was the most difficult part, was forming these and getting them to fit properly, and lining everything up and marking and making sure, you know, I mark everything so because you don't know how uniform these castings are, so I keep everything one at a time. Takes a little more time, but you end up with an exact fit. So I guess that's about it, and I hope you find this helpful or a good idea for you to use. Normally I wouldn't thread the backing plate. I would you know, through bolt it, but there's so little room under here that it was very hard to get the nuts off that were under there. They were kind of embedded into the wood and butted up against the edges, so there's not a lot of room, and I don't think with the butyl rubber under and above that there's going to be any problem with leakage. And if there is, it's I mean, there is foam under here, so water can get into that part, but these holes have been open for a week, and it's rained here, and I never got any water down through them, so the chances of water seepage in there is virtually none. So that's my little video here, and hope everybody finds it helpful. Thanks again to the Chrysler Sailors Forum for all the support and great ideas. Here is the finished product. Everything is remounted. The heavy 1/2-inch aluminum backing plates underneath, stainless steel plates on top, sealed with butyl rubber and allowing the drainage through the drain holes in the side there. I did all of my stanchion bases with a plate on top and a plate underneath to allow better drainage. This is the original Perco stern light. I made a nylon base plate for it, and mounted that with a couple 832 stainless button head screws, and cleaned this up with Flitz metal polish. Cleaned up the lens with Meguiar's clear plastic cleaner, and then used clear plastic polish, and it came out pretty good. There's a little nick in there that who knows how that got in there, but it cleaned up nice. Cleaned up the base. I used Barkeeper's Friend and a toothbrush to clean all of the socket and all of that stuff, and it cleaned it out real nice and brightened it up. And then I made sure I took a little scraper and scraped the center contact to make sure that was good. Sprayed a little contact cleaner in there, deoxid, and purchased two new lamps from West Marine, $3 a piece. Ancor brand, A-N-C-O-R. Number, it's a 1416 lamp it calls for, 12 volts, 10 watts, 8 candle power. The Ancor number is 521416. So if you need to replace them in that original fixture, that's what you need to get. And it turned out pretty good. Then I just cut the screws that mount a little shorter so that they would not project through the bottom of this nylon base that I put on there. Sealed the base around the hole with RV butyl rubber tape. So that should be sufficient to take care of that. And there it is. Thank you.